Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family, download the online radio box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay, Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live, baby, on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. How is everybody doing today? Man, fit to be Monday is pretty good for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's pretty good for me. It ain't been too bad. But what made my Monday even greater, people, what made my Monday even greater is the fact that I'm coming off an extremely great weekend. An extremely great weekend, everybody. I don't know. You know, things happen when you go ahead, you network with people, you talk to people, you see what's going on, you get some great opportunity, boom, bada, bam. And yeah, it's a good thing. We're going to get into it in a little bit because today, like I said, what we're going to talk about, if y'all caught the live earlier, what we're going to actually talk about today is we're going to talk about these wins, people. We're going to talk about wins, okay? Winning, wins, successes, greatness. Because as I'm going through my journey, I have so much to give y'all, and y'all gonna get more. So today will be nothing short or nothing less of that. So y'all know how it goes, baby. I got to remind y'all where we at. We are here at boom, baby. We are here at the Vibe Studios here in Lake Station, Indiana, at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana. Please, if you need your podcast or your radio show produced, we can take care of it for you. It consists of Ron Reader, the VNO, what you know, myself, Life Coach Jeff Releford of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Smooch Wallace, who is Smooch Wallace, baby. If you don't know him, please get to know him. And also we have Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. We make up the vibe, baby. And we also have Dr. J, who has a show that comes on every first and third Friday of the month. Keeping it real with Dr. J. Man, I'm telling y'all, these are great shows, people. Great things that we got going on here through the Vibe Studio. So y'all tap in. We here for y'all as y'all are here for us. And yeah, we got you. Podcast show, radio show production. We here, baby. We got all the equipment you need. So y'all tap in when you can. Yes. And also, it wouldn't be a Monday if it wasn't filled with motivation. So we have done Biggs Radio Monday Night Motivation, baby. We got it here. It's my show, the Jeff Releford Show, from 5 to 6 p.m. And we got Mixtape Monday with Julian St. Chris, also from 6 to 8 p.m. And also the Dynaland Big Show from 8 to 10 p.m., people. So we got you. We got you all the way from 5 to 10, baby. And let's not forget about Al Greer, who will be coming on the late night tip at 11. Al Greer will be in the building with bedtime stories. So y'all be sure to please tap in with that because he has a great show as well, people. He has a great show. So y'all go ahead and listen to him as well. And please, if you all have any music or anything you would like to get to us, please email us at biggsradio@gmail.com, or y'all can give us a call at 773-462-4447. Once again, if you have any music or you want to inquire about the station, go ahead and email us at biggsradio@gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 773-462-4447, baby. That's how we roll. Yes, that's how we roll. And if you want to know more information about the station, go ahead and reach out to us at www.biggsradio.com. It has all of our personalities, the name of the shows, what time they air, and our sponsors as well. So y'all tap in with us and go to biggsradio.com. Boom. All right, y'all. Y'all know how it goes. We get the announcements out the way. So, man, we have to dive into this particular subject for today, because with this particular subject, I need to tell y'all this. I always come on here and I talk to y'all about success. I talk about wins. I talk about greatness, you finding that greatness within yourself to achieve whatever and do it. I'm gonna do some certain things, not just do certain things that you wish to do. And I want to tell y'all this, man. Being outside, networking, talking to people, some of y'all might not think that ain't what it do. But I'm here to tell you, sometimes that's what you have to do. You want people to know you and what you do, especially if you have accomplishments, be outside, baby. I have some thank yous as well. I would really like to thank my homie Antoine. Antoine came out to Shondell's celebrity birthday bash, but we were at the Piazza in Aurora, Illinois. Man, we had a great time, y'all. When I tell y'all we had a time, y'all, we had a time. So big ups to Antoine. You were a big help. I'm glad you were dropping in, getting a lot of the nuggets and stuff that I was feeding you and fishing you and telling you, man. And I'm glad you want to build your brand as well, man. So I want to be encouraged with you. I want to keep you encouraged as you embark on your journey of building your brand, building yourself as a person that's just behind something, you know. It takes some time to do that, but I just want to let you know, brother, if you be out there, you can get it, man. And I'm glad you had a chance to come outside with us and experience that. And who else I want to thank? I want to thank the Vibe Studios, baby, because we got a team, yo. It's just not Jeff. I know y'all see me a lot, but it's just not Jeff. Like I said, it consists of Ryan Reeder, the VNO, Smooch Wallace, who is Smooch Wallace. If you don't know him, get to know him. And Mary Selena K at Rock Truth Radio. It's not just myself. So I want to thank the team also for representing and showing out real good at the Celebrity Bash, yo. It was a time we had, man. And it wouldn't be that way if we just weren't the Vibe Studios. So that's how it is. So, and again, I want to say this to everybody. Okay? I have to make this known because a lot of times we think it's not okay. Remember, we did an episode about celebrating yourself. And it's okay to talk about your own accomplishments and the things that you do to contribute to a group. It is okay to do that. I want to let the people know because that is what I will be talking about a little bit today. What I contribute, what I bring to the table, how Jeff Releford has made some moves. And in turn, let that be motivation and inspiration for y'all so y'all can accomplish y'all goals and the things you want to do in this world. Okay. I had to say that because sometimes people, it's not all about me. Every move that I make is for the greater good. I have a much bigger and broader plan with everybody who I'm connected to. Y'all don't know that, but y'all gonna see later on. It might not look like it now, but it's always a greater plan. And I want to say this to y'all too. Every opportunity just isn't for me. Majority of opportunities that I've come by have been for me and other people. And sometimes what's missed is the fact that sometimes people don't see it, that it's for them too. There was never a cap on who it was supposed to reach or who it was supposed to touch. You know, what I love about radio and entertainment is that there's so many different areas and ways that we can go in and do things. You just got to pick what's going to be good for you. And a lot of people come throwing stuff your way, man. A lot of people come throwing stuff your way. I just happen to be good at the interviewing portion and talking to some of these people and bringing them in. So that's why I excel at, and that's why I see majority of my opportunity in. But I will say this, a lot of this opportunity just was not for Jeff Releford. I'm trying to tell you, man, I've been connected to a lot of different people, and I just happen to be there. I always tell people, if you want something, show up. If you want to know how you could be used, show up. Let the people know what you do. Trickle it down a little bit. You don't always have to do a lot to get a lot. Sometimes all you got to do is just a little bit of movement to watch something grow and manifest into something greater. I'm telling y'all, man, it's possible. It's all possible. And sometimes it might not look like that just from looking at something because you're scratching the surface. But I want y'all to remember this. Whatever you want to do, God always is going to multiply that 20,000 times bigger than what you ever imagined. I'm trying to tell y'all. What I had for all of this, no. God had a much greater picture for it. And again, it's only because you take those small movements. They don't look like much in the beginning. It's like when you go into school, right? When you go to school, you go through this class. Sometimes you have to take general ed courses, right? Got to take general ed courses because they're going to get you to your bigger goal of the degree, right? If you want a degree in psychology because you want to be a therapist, you want to be a psychologist, that's what you want to be. You have to take some prerequisite courses in order to do that. And that's what life is, people. Life has to do with a lot of taking prerequisites in order to get to where you want to go. Every move is a stepping stone. So as we embark on these stepping stones, and as we continue to move in these ways, man, I got to tell y'all, big up to Shondell. Big ups to Shondell, Maurice Hundley from Power 92, Raw TV Radio. We had the luxury of going out and enjoying his celebrity birthday bash that he had at the Piazza. Like I said, it just wasn't me. It was the whole crew out there. We had a great time, people. We had a great time. And always look at who you connected to, people. Always look at who you connected to, because sometimes when people give you opportunity, it's because they want you to take advantage of it. They see something in you. They literally looking at you, and they see past the person, and they're looking inside of you, and they say, you know what? I think they got what it takes. And that's why I want to give a big up to Shondell, man, because everybody who I've come in contact with, they always say he always puts on for the city. A lot of people say that about a lot of people. But this man, this brother, he really does for the people in Chicago. And he does the best he can to make sure that Chicago has good representation when it comes to artists, when it comes to celebrities, when it comes to doing certain things and giving people opportunity. Let me tell you something. If you have a song that you haven't heard on mainstream radio, he'll break it for you. I'm just saying, if you think you're good enough, he'll break it for you. And we'll break music for you too, baby. We always breaking music on Biggs Radio. So y'all tap into that as well, because we are always breaking artist music on Biggs Radio. Don't play with us. We are down for the independent artists as well. We got you over here. So, but I just want to throw that out there, and I just want to thank Shondell, because that man has shown me a lot of opportunity. My mentor has also shown me some different things and told me that, hey, Jeff, you just don't know what's inside of you sometimes. He said that to me. And if I encourage everybody, please get a mentor out here. Please get a mentor. You need somebody to tell you when you're doing something wrong. You need somebody to tell you when you might be beside yourself a little bit. You need somebody to tell you that, hey, you haven't arrived yet. You need somebody to keep you humble. That's what a mentor does. He keeps you humble. He or she keeps you humble. So just always remember that, because being humble is a very big process to this game. And I say we have these wins because on Saturday, we made some very good connections with some great people. Shout out to my man Vel from Velcro Records, one of the hottest independent record labels that's out there now, making big waves. They're giving keys to the game and showing people, literally showing people that you don't need the big record companies in order to do it. And y'all just pay attention. Listen to the man. Watch him a little bit. I had an interview with him. Please tap in with Vel from Velcro Records, man. He is a great dude. He is somebody who's he's always inspirational. He's always coming from a different part of the place. He always like to say that he the pimp and I'm the preacher. That's what he was saying when we was on that broadcast. But my man is always spitting gems, man. He's spitting great gems. So please tap in with him, because he is a fountain of knowledge. I'm telling y'all. And again, he's another one who supports independent artists. So if you're looking for a record label to go to, and if you got some talent, and if you're looking for somebody that can kind of get you on the right path, record label wise, I encourage y'all, please go to Velcro Records. I'm encouraging. That's not a plug for my guy, but it is a plug. But I'm just trying to show love, show gratitude, and show love. So y'all tap in with Vel from Velcro Records, man. He gonna get you right. And who else can I thank? Oh, my gosh. Big ups to K Caesar. Shout out to K Caesar as well. K Caesar did right with also helping a special woman in my life. It happened to be her birthday. It's actually the woman who gave birth to me. It was her birthday on December 1st. So big shout outs to Mom. Happy birthday to you. She likes to celebrate her birthday for the whole month. So that's what she was doing. So my birthday gift to her was she said she wanted to come out and see Crucial Conflict, see 3Ps, see the rest of everybody who was performing and whatnot. And y'all, Crucial Conflict is my mom's favorite rap group. So she got to come out. She got to see her baby boy in action. And we set up, we did everything. And the highlight of the night, people, was when we actually got to go back there and meet all the members of Crucial Conflict. If y'all don't know who Crucial Conflict is, some of y'all know who Crucial Conflict is. Hey, in the middle of the bar, smoking up. Okay, y'all can finish the rest. Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's Crucial Conflict, y'all. So and big ups to Heavy, man. To Never. Big ups to Never. Because I got my man's number. And me and him, we Never from Crucial Conflict. We really gonna be connected. We really gonna be talking. He's got some projects coming up. He's got some things going on. So big ups to him. Like I say, opportunity comes in all type of forms, shapes, size, and forms, people. And you can't ever just downgrade what you see sometimes because you think. Okay, I'm trying to help somebody. You can never downgrade things because you think that it's not good enough, or you think that it's going to be something that's not going to take you somewhere. I'm here to tell you, people, if you walk through some of the right doors, just some of the right doors, you'll keep going up different levels. You'll keep climbing up different stairs that allow you to get to a particular place that you are looking for. Some of these places you're not looking to be at. I'm gonna be honest with you, people. Sometimes you got to do some work in the dungeon. Sometimes you got to do some work in some areas that you don't even want to go in. Go into some unfamiliar places because, hey, that's not you. That might not be what you're familiar with. But I'm trying to tell you, when you look on the other side and you actually see what the benefit that it could be for you, sometimes making connections is just a good thing to do. Hear me when I say this, people. Making connections is just a good thing to do. There's nothing wrong with making connections. And I want to tell y'all this. Some of us are not in the place that we want to be at because we just haven't made the right connections yet. That's it. Honestly, y'all want to know why we can't be where we at sometimes? Because a lot of us just have not made the right connections. What's up, Auntie? Glad y'all tapping in and listening for the day. And Dashe, thank you for tapping in and listening, girl. What's going on? Dashe is always one of the faithful few that be tapping in every week. Dang that every week, girl. I appreciate you. And yes, like I said, a lot of us ain't where we want to be because we just haven't made the right connections yet, which is fine. They always say there's no time not like the present, So go ahead and make the connections now. Do them. Talk to some people, get out there, tell people what you do. I watched a video where they said when you introduce yourself and somebody asks, what do? You have to really have that clear cut and defined. And I want to tell y'all the actual best way to really go ahead and have that introduction be very clear and cut and defined is to actually do the thing. Do the thing that you actually are trying to do. That's what it is, people. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it real with y'all. If y'all actually do the thing that you said you want to do and that you're working with and working on and working towards, that is what helps out with credibility. Yes, Dashe, network. That's all. It's simply just that. And I know some of us at times what happens is we end up getting a little nervous, Telling you, I was in a room with these guys, man. These guys, they got Grammys. They sat up here. They've won awards for their music. They've done these things before, But I'm not starstruck because guess what? I'm in my own lane. I walk in my own lane. I know if what I want to do is I want to go ahead and offer you one of the best interviews that you've had in your life. That is what I'm going to give you. I have all the confidence in the world that anybody can come sit in a chair right next to me and I will ask questions and we will talk about your life. And I will make sure that the people get to know you or you get highlighted in a different way that you've never been before. That's just what I do. So when people ask me what I do and how I do it, that's what I do. Have a podcast, have a radio show. What I like to do is I like to highlight artists in a completely different way for the city of Chicago. Boom. I'm doing it already. Like I'm telling y'all, people, that's the best way to move in it. The best way that you can help with that introduction when people ask who you are and what it is that you do, tell the people. I'm in the mix already, and I'm doing it. And tell them what it is that you do, baby. That's all it takes. That's simply all it takes. Trying to tell y'all, some of y'all hear me out here. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all hear me. Some of y'all don't, but it's okay. And also, shout out to Mario Barr, too, man. Mario Barr, man. Big guy in Chicago. And he really is a big dude. He a big dude. Big swole.
He said he in the gym all the time, man. He said he always working out. He got to stay focused. And I get it. That's your outlet, dog. I might have to hit up the gym with you one day. You said, life coach, let's hit up the gym. I might take you up on that. You actually don't stay too far from me, baby. You don't stay too far from me. I'm in Lansing. I think you said you in Harvey. So not too far away. I might have to hit you up on that offer for the gym. Maybe I need to shift something so I can stay just a little more focused. But I'll be doing so much, man. But I'm going to make sure I hit that gym up with you, brother. I'm going to make sure. Like I said, see, focused too. Focused is another thing that you want to be, man. Focused is a big part. I'm trying to tell you. The networking and talking is one thing. Sometimes what happens is people, we haven't done it before. I know for me, I hadn't done it before. So it was tough to really start doing it. It was tough to start getting the ball rolling when it truly came to networking and talking to people. I had to warm up. That's just what it is. You don't know how you're going to explain what it is that you do. You don't know how if it's going to sound right coming out of your mouth. You don't know if you're going to sound like a complete fool, complete idiot. You just don't know. But you got to do it anyway. But I felt more comfortable as I did those things. But I'm telling you, man, staying focused is very key on that. When you know what you're doing, your mission for, and how you're doing it and why, that will help. And there are things that I have to do now I got to catch up on with talking with certain people and really making connections with. And sometimes within my own business, Jesus, let me tell y'all, within my own business, I have to make some sacrifice. Sacrifice is staying up late sometimes. Y'all know how many times I've been in this studio? Not leaving here till like 10 p.m. Working. And I say this studio because it's pretty big. It's pretty big in here. I don't have to sit up here in front of the camera or sit at this table to go and do work. No, I can sit up here, go on the other side of the room, boom, bada bam, give you some inspiration, and we out here. But that's what I'm saying, baby. It takes some type of sacrifice, some type of dedication. And we ain't talking about me now. We talking about you. Okay? We're not talking about me. Excuse me. I use myself as a good example, but I do that every week. Well, I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about you. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I always say we all want the same things out of life. As humans, we are not too far from being different. We are different people. We are different individuals. But in terms of those basic necessities and needs that we want physically and emotionally, we all pretty much line up the same. So why not, people? Why not use you in your story to be relatable to people, to build your confidence, to build up, and for you to actually do that thing that you say you want to do? Come on now. Trying to help y'all today, man. Trying to help y'all the bestest way that life coach Jeff Releford can, baby. On the Jeff Releford Show. On Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Got to throw it out there. Got to let y'all know where we coming from. And for some of y'all, if y'all don't know, on the live stream, if you're catching the live stream, if you just can't watch me, y'all go ahead, go on the online radio box and type in Biggs, Biggs, right there in the search engine. And when you find Biggs, you'll find Biggs Radio Chicago. It'll come up. Tap in from 5 to 6 p.m. and from 6 to 8 with Julian St. Chris, and then 8 to 10 with Donna Lynn. Come on now. Y'all tap in with us. Anyway, I had to put that in there. All right. I had to put it in there. So, yes, again, that level of consistency, right? That level of consistency that you end up needing to do that thing that you say you want to do. It's got to be there, man. I'm telling you, the work is always going to be there. I don't care what industry you are in. I don't care if you just like working at a grocery store and you work in sales and you have to help people find stuff. It's work that's involved with that. Take any job that you have. Let me sit up here. Yes, consistency is key, Dashe. Thank you, girl. You already know. Consistency is very key. Excuse me. And it's going to take work in whatever avenue that it is you're trying to be in. It's going to take work, yo. Like, for instance, a lot of my people skills, I'm going to tell y'all, before I actually was doing this and networking and talking to people, I worked at Target when I was younger. I worked at Target. For some people that don't, who want to pronounce it that way, I worked at Target. And when I worked out there, I didn't realize what it was doing. What it was actually doing was it was getting me familiar with being around people, talking to them, wanting to help them, asking a simple phrase. They taught us, can I help you find something? That's what everybody asks. Go into your Target right now. They don't say, do you need any help? They say, can I help you find something? That's what they say. So learning that simple phrase right there, I never knew that it would catapult me to just having those basic steps of wanting to talk to people or needing to talk to people. That can I help you find something? It allowed me to just make myself more approachable to people, even though I did not want to approach people. Y'all hear that? It made me want to be more approachable to people, even if I didn't want to approach people. Because if I'm asking somebody, can I help you find something? That means now, if you tell me no, we walking away. But if you tell me yes, now I have to be nice to you. Just follow me. Excuse me, just follow me. Now I have to be nice to you. Now I have to put a smile on my face. Now I have to go ahead and I have to greet you in a certain way. You know, the whole energy and the flow and the demeanor changes because you told me yes. So now I have to switch up. I have to put on either a face. I either have to put on the face because there were a lot of times, baby, when I did not want to help anybody. Okay. I was tired. I ain't want to help nobody, but I did anyway. Not knowing that something very small and minute was actually helping me, was actually helping to sustain something for later. And that's keeping up certain relationships with people. You might talk to them in that moment. A first impression is everything. If you know how to act or react within your first impression, one or two things are going to happen to you. You're going to get people to remember you, like you the whole nine, or just going to turn off to people. And some people are just going to turn the other way, which is fine. That's why I say this, because it all works the same way for networking. You know, I just related retail to networking. It works the same way. You could go ahead and talk to somebody and they could be completely disinterested in what you're saying to them. Cut it short, walk away, move on. Somebody will be interested in what it is that you want to do or what it is that you are doing. They'll be interested in it. Because as people, we always look for those types of things. We want to look for what makes us happy. And we also want to be attracted to people and around people that have the same mindset as us. Right? So that's another part to it, baby. It makes you more relatable. Makes you a little bit more talkative with people about certain subjects that normally they wouldn't talk about unless they were around a certain type of person. Make yourself that person, right? Make yourself that person. Put yourself in rooms with like-minded people. Like-minded people. Trying to tell y'all, baby, something happens when you're in a room with like-minded people. It's like when I was sitting up here talking to my wife. We talked about church. We said, God believes in corporate prayer and corporate worship. I believe that wholeheartedly. But you could also go ahead and use that same example for everything that it is that we do today. We live our lives, and what do? We are trying to be around people that are like us. I'll wait. I'll let it marinate real quick. I'll let it settle in. Again, we are trying to be around people who have the same mindset as us. It's the truth. It is the whole truth. That is how we make friends. That is how we make long-lasting impressions with people. It is because we chose to be around people who are like us. You don't call somebody your best friend just because they're your best friend, right? Some of us might do that. Some of y'all might. But how many of us just say we have a best friend and have a best friend? No, I have a best friend. Her name is Naisha Thomas. Shout out to Naisha. Shout out to you, girl. We have been friends, gosh, man, for a long time. Maybe almost 20 years. 20 years. Yeah. Been my best friend for that long. And we were just always alike. Boom, bada bam. You know, as we get older, we're a little different, but we're like two like-minded individuals, yo. So she been my best friend for this long because we are two like-minded individuals. That's how it works. Shouts out to the Blind Social Center who is watching right now. My people at the Blind Social Center, Marilyn Wynn, and the directors. Tony Blair, and oh my gosh, why am I not saying this? What Connie Blair, Tony and Connie Blair, the directors, and my cousin Marilyn volunteers, and she helps them with the things they do. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening. Thank y'all so very much. And yeah, like-minded people, y'all. It's what it is. Like-minded people. Get you some like-minded people. Now, when we start talking about these large groups and large people, large people. Oh my gosh. I can't get my words together. Forgive me, y'all. I'm still trying to recover from the weekend. Believe it or not, I'm still trying to recover from the weekend. Your boy is just burnt out. But I'm not too burnt out to be here with y'all today. That's how we roll, baby. I'm not too burnt out to be here with y'all today. So, yeah, like-minded people, get you some, man. Get you some good people around you. Get you some people that can understand you. Get you some people that aren't afraid to go ahead and kind of get in the trenches with you with some things, you know. It doesn't take much. You know, you ain't asking nobody to walk in the same fire that you walking in. Sometimes you might need that, right? Sometimes you might need somebody to walk through the fire with you. You know, sometimes it's not the people who we expect it to be, too. You know, I want to tell y'all, stop putting y'all trust in people all the time and put a little bit more trust in yourself. When things don't go how you think they should go, put a little more trust in yourself and your instinct. But then also loop that around and put that trust back in God. Do that too. That should actually be the first point of reference you go to. Put that trust in God first, and then pray that, you know, God is giving you the wisdom and the understanding to move in the way that you need to move, and then let it trickle on down. Let it trickle on down. Because y'all know when we dealing with people, baby, people will go ahead and they will use you, baby. Oh, they will use you. They will use you. But it is okay. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, that's something that you have to learn how to control. You got to learn how to control that part of it. And since we're talking about wins and successes, you know, be confident in knowing that that emotional part, that suspenseful part of your life, those things, that's what you're in control of. You are in control of how you process information. You are. Sometimes with people, I get it. Some things happen with chemical imbalance, all that other stuff. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what you need help with, something that you have to go to a doctor for. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is a lot of times we have the power to control how we process information. Exhibit A. I had shared with one of my people that I was a little overwhelmed with everything. Just with doing certain parts of either business or relationships, something like that. I felt overwhelmed. And I had to take myself back and I had to say, you know what, Jeff, you cannot control people. At some point in time, you have to be okay with how people are going to move, with how people are going to talk to you, how people are going to do things. I'm not saying that you have to accept it. If somebody is matching you with some energy, sometimes it's just best that you don't match them with the same energy. Sometimes it's good and okay, people, for you to just walk away. And that's what I had to do. I had to walk away. I had to distance myself. I will distance myself in a minute. If I think something ain't cool, I will distance myself in a minute. If I'm not as talkative, I will distance myself. Now, sometimes nowadays, what it has to do with really is the fact that I'm extremely busy working on stuff. But in some cases, and some of y'all will never know, shoot, that's why I had to distance myself from some people. Because sometimes maybe the mindset that we were both on, it just wasn't fitting. Right? It just wasn't fitting. And I'm telling y'all this because this is real life. Like, this is what we have to do with people. I don't mind getting flack for it. I already know. For the realness of it, I'm going to go ahead and get flack. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get flack for it. But sometimes we have to distance ourselves from people. That don't mean that you don't love them anymore, any less. That's not what that means. Sometimes you have to protect your own peace. It is okay for you to protect your own peace by distancing yourself from situations and certain people. Sometimes it's good to stay in self for a little bit and look at self before you look at anybody else. Look at self for a little bit and see what self got going on. Don't be afraid to ask self what self got going on. I'm not sitting up here saying you got to talk to yourself. All I'm doing is saying, look at you and say, look, am I okay? Am I really, truly good? Okay. It's all right to do that. Come on, cuz. See, that's what it is. You know, she knows. Marilyn knows. Marilyn knows. Do the rest of y'all know? It's okay to look at self. I'm telling y'all, man. And these are all things to think about when we're looking at wins, when we're talking about being successful, when we're talking about making things happen, yo. You have to be able to look at yourself sometimes in these ways and think to yourself, okay, what is it that I'm doing? Or what is it that I'm not doing? We don't like to ask ourselves, what is it that we are not doing? We don't like to ask ourselves that question because now that accountability falls on us and then we have to do something. Now we got to do something, right? We have to do something. And majority of the time, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you, we don't want to fix issues. We don't want to fix problems. We don't want to fix ways that led us down to destruction and now can go ahead and try to better ourselves, to do even more, to be better. We don't want to do that. No. It's all right. I understand, people. But just don't allow that to become an excuse. Never allow things like that to become an excuse for you. Because what tends to happen is that you let things fall by the wayside. And I'm telling you, Saturday night would not have happened. I'm talking about for me. Now, I'm going to talk about specifically for me. Because I've noticed in this business, you have to be a certain type of person. Okay? I'll say this. You have to be a certain type of person. You got to be a person with some thick skin. Okay? You also have to be a person who is willing to be adaptable to change. Because I will tell you this, the world of entertainment is forever changing. Different things are happening. Different people are popping up on the scene. And when these people pop up on the scene, you have to be ready for them. Gotta be ready for them. Ooh-wee. Because there were some people. Shout out to Tony 2 Times. Shout out to Tony 2 Times. Tony 2 Times is doing a lot out here with some things. I had some time to do some research on him and everything. And I need my man to really, he gonna sit down in the chair too. It's several people that's gonna sit down in the chair that I made connections with that night. Shouts out to Sinatras. I know we've been kind of butting heads going back and forth and all that. He might just come back up here for the VNO again, and we might have to do a double episode. Or we might do mine first and Ryan second, Ryan first. I don't know how it's going to go. But either way, it's going to go. We're going to get the man to go ahead and sit in the chair because Sinatras has a lot going on. Shout outs to that man. Shout outs to that man. I don't want to go ahead and blare out all the stuff he got going on, but look up Sinatras. Ninatris. Sinatras. Look him up. Please do. Because you're missing out. If you in entertainment as an artist or anybody, you're missing out here. So go ahead and look him up. Even the common folk out here, baby. Even the people who just trying to figure out, say, who is this guy? Oh, he's great. He's got some businesses. He's doing some things. He's trying to help. So please tap into Sinatras. But big shout out to him. Who else did we meet, man? Oh my gosh, so many names and numbers that I got last on the weekend, yo. I can't even count them all and everything. But I want to tell y'all, it's all for the good. It's all for the good. Who else did we get? Never coach compliment on Mario Bar. Yeah, all these people. I'm about to name everybody on here. Y'all know who you are. You sat in the chair. UFD. Let's talk about UFD. Okay. Come to find out that one of the guys from UFD is actually one of the brothers of Do or Die. So when you actually start looking at it, man, you see how everything is connected and tied in. Chicago has a very heavy presence when it comes to these things, when it comes to music in general. UFD, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all out here doing it. I've heard of y'all. Y'all out here getting it. I just did not know that y'all was connected to Do or Die. I had no idea. See, you never know who you connected to in the room, baby. You never know who you connected to in the room. This is why networking, talking, all of these things that I'm pointing out to be successful in whatever it is that you do, this is why the work pays off. And now we're not talking about a group thing. We are talking about an individual thing. I need to stress that. I need to stress this point. This is an individual thing. that you need to do. Talking to people, networking, getting your business out there, letting people know who you are and what you do, that you can't rely on other people to do that for you. I rely on nobody. Come to the mic a little bit if you couldn't hear me. Come to your speaker a little bit if you couldn't hear me. I don't rely on nobody to push me. Okay? What I mean by rely is put it solely on the person. That's what I mean. Put it solely on that one entity that you are looking at to push you. So I have to clear that up because some people listening right now, I don't know who else is listening, but some people listening right now, they might be like, what does he mean? What this man trying to say? No, what I'm saying is you can't rely on people to do something that you have to do for yourself at times. Listen, y'all, I got a whole manager. Ash does push me. Oh, she pushes me. She lets the people know who I am. She does. When she out, she let them know. But when I'm out and she can't be there, who gonna do it? Let's just be real. My manager cannot make everything that I'm at. She just can't. No manager can make everywhere that a person is supposed to be. That's how it goes. So when she can't make it, I have a due diligence and a responsibility to put myself out there. Okay. I hope y'all catching it. Stop relying on people to do the work that sometimes you have to do yourself. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take a drink of this tea. Hold on. Okay. Oh, what she say? She said, say on. You said what you said, and I approve what you said. Thank you for the approval. I appreciate that, ma'am. Thank you for the approval. Thank you. Because I'm trying to tell y'all, man, you cannot rely on people to do things for you that you need to do yourself. Sometimes when opportunity comes, it comes because sometimes opportunity does not come knocking. That's saying opportunity comes to knock. Sometimes opportunity don't come knocking. Sometimes you have to make way for your opportunity. You have to do that. The interview that I did with Velcro got 92,000 views on YouTube. 92,000 views on YouTube. I can't make this up. Y'all go check it out. Go on the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus YouTube page. Go ahead, check it out. I can't make this up, y'all. 92,000 views. Okay. He pushes it. He pushed the interview to some of his celebrity people. The guy's rocking with Floyd Mayweather. But outside of all of that, Velcro is just a good guy who is pushing a brand and a label. He's a good guy. He's just like me and you. But guess who had to make the connection? My manager was there. She already put him down on the list. She said, she looked at me. I was like, hey, I need to talk to him. She was like, go over there and do it. I was like, okay, it's that type of party. I didn't know, Ash. I didn't know, but I already knew because me and my manager, we had these types of conversations. We go to these rooms, we sit down with these people and we say, okay, I need to know him. And then we converse in between that. And then when we come together, 9 times out of 10, my notes, I take about mine. My manager, she always writing stuff down on pen and paper. She always doing that. Big ups to Ash. Shout out to you, girl. She always writing stuff on pen and paper. When she writes it down on pen and paper, we come together. Everything matches up. It comes in alignment. And then we make connections. And I got Ash following up with connections. After I made the connection, she follow up a little bit with them. And yes, I have personal numbers on my phone with these people. But guess what? Sometimes we work together. Again, I can't solely rely on Ash to do everything for me. Sometimes I have to get in the heat too. I got to get in the kitchen. So for y'all who have managers sometimes, and for some of y'all who just starting off getting a manager, okay? Starting off getting a manager. One, you haven't arrived. Got to say this. I've come across a lot of people, because I'm saying this because I haven't arrived. Hello. So I'm just trying to put it out there for people. I'm trying to make sure y'all have something, okay? I'm trying to give you some keys. Trying to give you a token, okay? So take the token. I had to take the token from my mentor. I might not like how it sounded, but was he right through my experience? Yes. So I'm just giving it back to you, baby. Just giving it back to you. You can't think just because you have something or somebody that you are it. Keep that confidence inside to know that you are good at what you do, but you ain't the ish yet. Okay. That allows what's that word? It's an H word called humbleness. It allows humbleness to reside in you. And the problem with a lot of us is we just can't be humble because a lot of us are still on that local level. Okay. You're not a national brand yet. Okay. Can you come up? Some of y'all are. Some of y'all are national and worldwide, depending on what you're getting into. Okay. Radio, you could be national and worldwide. Okay. Okay. Want to let you know that. There are people I know who have radio stations that reach thousands and millions of people across the world. Hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people across the world. So that can be done. But just know that you as an individual artist sometimes you haven't arrived. And it's still some work you got to do. Now, that's not to say that some of the parts that you're going through in life, that's for you. The good successes, the good wins, that is strictly for you. You take those to the bank because you worked hard for that. You worked your butt off, and nobody can take that away from you. But what's next after that? You get one success. What's next after that? Are you going to build off of it? How do you choose a plan to build off of it? Do you have goals for yourself? Do you have plans? Something mapped out for you. These are okay questions to ask. These are definitely okay questions to ask. And if you be real with yourself, you allow yourself to be what? What's that word I said? Humble. You allow yourself to be humble, and you'll be like, okay, I might not be on the level that I want to be at, but I'm on a good level. And see, that's another part of this, people. Y'all hear me talking sometimes. And yes, a lot of the stuff that I say, yes, it is truth and it is reality. But that doesn't mean that you can't be grateful for where you're at. Always take the time to be grateful for where you at. Said, this is the first time I met some celebrities, talked to them, told them how I felt. That was a big win for me. What that actually did was that allowed me to catapult my confidence to a whole different level. How many of us could say we actually met with celebrities? And I mean, talk to them, saw what they were doing, asked what they got going on next. That type of talking. Getting a phone number so you can make a connection go further. That's what I mean, people. Those wins, those moments. If you start to just relax in those moments, you can't relax in those moments. And whatever moment it may be in your life, doesn't have to be with a celebrity, people. It doesn't have to be. If it was right with you, it makes you feel good, you feel great, embrace that moment. Embrace that good time. That's what God wants you to do. Embrace the goodness. Embrace the good that comes along while you're in that moment and after that moment. Because at the end of the day, all the hard work that you put in, it will pay off. You just got to be humble a little bit. Got to be willing to accept some losses that can be lessons. Accept some losses that can turn into lessons. Reconfigure that mindset within your brain, that part of your brain that's triggering you to do certain things because, okay, this is unfamiliar to me. Just go with the flow. Serious. Go with the flow. If you go with the flow when it comes to these things, man, your life will be a lot easier. If you just accept things that happen for how they happen. Accept things for how they happen in your life. Because I'm telling y'all, once a situation occurs and it's in front of you, I got something I want to tell you. it's not going to change because it already happened. Did they hear that? I got to look behind me. Did they hear that? I don't think they heard it. Let me say it one more time. The situation's not going to change because it already happened. So what you have to do is you have to accept now for what it is. And you have to make a decision today, right now, in this moment. How am I going to accept my now? Am I going to be positive with it? Or am I going to be negative with it? That's what it is. That's what it boils down to. And that's not to say, people, that better isn't coming. Sometimes you just have to learn how to embrace the better that you're in now. So take your wins that you have, embrace them. And I don't care if it's just a small win. Oh, a win is a win, baby. A win is a win. But I want to come on tonight and say these things to y'all because I'm telling y'all, I sat up here, I had some wins myself. And being able to meet all of Crucial Conflict, and also to get a phone number from one of the members so that I can connect more and know what he's doing and what he's got going on. That's a great thing. That's a great thing. And I know that there's going to be more of that to come. Excuse me, y'all. Told y'all I was tired, but we in the game. Told y'all I'm never too tired to go ahead and give y'all some of this knowledge here, some of this stuff here. Consistency is the key, people. I think I might go ahead and cut out maybe 5 minutes early so y'all can get y'all some of that good music in and get ready for Julian. But if y'all didn't get anything out of today's episode, please, I wanted y'all to really get this. I didn't go into grave detail about all of what I did because I had to do a lot. You know, it takes a lot to go ahead and do all of this stuff that you see, have a production. It takes setting up. It takes knowing your equipment. It takes knowing the people you're going to be around, interview-wise, knowing the people that you're working with. You know, it takes all of these things in order to make a live event happen or coverage of a live event happen. It's more to it than just lights, camera, action on, and we go to work. Nah, baby, we got to figure out layouts. We got to figure out what we're going to be. We have to figure out where plugins are, different things of that nature. Like it's a whole process. It's a whole step to this. And I know sometimes for y'all, I might be looking around and it might appear that I make it look easy, you know, because then you just see me. Oh, that life coach Jeff is again. He out there. He doing his thing. You know, he doing some coverage. But no, it takes a little bit of sacrifice for this. It takes some time and it takes some effort. And with anything that you want to do, just put in some time and some effort, baby. It'll all pay off in the end. So just remember, you got to go through some things. It don't have to be hard things you got to go through, but you got to take some processes and some steps of learning before a lot of those doors can really open up. You might miss out on some opportunities too, just because you weren't ready. So what I've learned is always get ready, people. Stay ready out here. So that's what I got for y'all today, man. So big ups to Miss Dinah Lynn Biggs, man, for always allowing the opportunity and for me to come on the station because she doesn't have to do it. Nobody has to do it for you. But I just thank you, ma'am, for just seeing something in me to allow me to come on and do radio. And never knew that it would kind of spark to this. So, ma'am, you get a lot of the credit here for Life Coach Jeff and Jeff Releford and the things that how he's moving right now. And I thank you for that. Also, big shout out to my homie, Greg Gray, my mentor, Greg Gray. A lot of times when I give y'all these lessons, that's where they come from. You know, they come from my mentor. They come from Greg because Greg instilled a lot in me when it came to stuff. Big ups to Marley Caprice. What's up, girl? Turn up queen in the house. Hey, that's what it do. Yes, ma'am. You should have been there at Shondel's Celebrity Bash, ma'am. You should have been there. You would have had a time. You would have turned up. I already know. But on the 21st, we're going to turn up for the kids at the F&J Center, baby. Me and Marley will be hosting the All City. Let me get it right, baby. Hold on. We got to get it right. Let me go ahead. Look at the flyer. That's the thing, people. It's a free kids Christmas dance party. by Biggs Radio Chicago. Myself and Marley Caprice will be hosting at the F&J Center at 4601 Melton Road in Gary, Indiana, 46403 on the 21st, this Saturday of December from 3 to 7 p.m. It is free toys for the kids. Okay, donations are still accepted, and we still got volunteers and everything. I think we might have filled up the volunteers, but this is what we're doing, baby. Oh, that's right. I know, Marley. Oh, yes, you love Miss Dinah Lynn. I know, girl. I know you do. And also, she was in Jamaica. Okay, Marley, I'm gonna tell you this before I get off there. I was a bit jealous of you in Jamaica. I ain't gonna lie. I saw your lives. I tapped in very shortly and briefly because Life Coach Jeff wanted to be in Jamaica. I can't be in Jamaica right now, but I wanted to be. But I thank you for repping for all of the peoples out here because I'm telling you, girl, when you was out there doing your thing and that son doing your thing, I wanted to be there too. And I'm pretty sure many of us want to be there as well. So, all right, y'all. Had to get it out there for the people out here. Hey, big shout outs to Marley Caprice, Sharon Pulliam, the Blind Social Center, Cheyenne, Nikisha Spiller, Dashe Keys, Christopher Gibson, and Carly Rainey, and all of you all who listen to the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago. Again, Philadelphia being the biggest city to go ahead and listen. So I thank y'all for tapping in, but it wouldn't be anything without the people of Chicago because y'all keep me going, y'all keep me moving, and y'all believe in your boy, Life Coach Jeff. So remember, y'all, redirect, regroup, refocus, and I love y'all, and thank y'all for listening to the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way, you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation.